Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Marwan's here and I'm back with another recommendations for you all. If you're really bored looking for things to watch on TV, I did the previous video if you haven't seen it. It's the shows I was recommending from Netflix, so shows that's only on Netflix for you to check it out. And for this video, I want to recommend some of my most favorite shows from Hulu and Amazon Prime. So if you have Hulu or Amazon Prime, this one's for you. I made a list here. First, I want to start off with Hulu. I haven't seen that many shows on Hulu, me personally, but there's four I do want to list off. There's the first show called Future Man. Future Man, it's hilarious. It is a very bonkers type of comedy. It's just really bizarre, really crazy, and it just pokes fun at all these movies, TV shows that you've seen of people traveling to the future or traveling to the past. You know, it's just the whole concept of time travel. They have a lot of fun with it. A lot of fun. Some of the ideas that you see in this show makes you wonder, how did no one else think of it before? Or how come I haven't seen it before? It's a lot of fun. Check out, it's called Future Man. Another show, it's a miniseries. It stars James Franco, called 11/22/63. Obviously, that's the date JFK was assassinated. This one has such a insane twist to it though. It's James Franco. They show you his character in the modern time right now. He finds some kind of black hole of sort that when you go through it, it takes you back to the 60s. So that's what happens. He travels way back to the 60s with one mission of stopping the assassination of JFK. I don't want to say much more than that. Otherwise, it'll be considered spoilers. Why is that his mission? What's going to happen if he does stop it? Will he stop it? Will he not? And so on. It's really well done, very enjoyable. I think you will like it too. Definitely check it out. 11/22/63. Another great show by the minds of Stephen King, Castle Rock. There's currently 2 seasons of Castle Rock. I haven't heard if there's gonna be a third one. I hope there will be, because I really love this show. I thought season 1 was great. It is very slow paced. It takes its time. There's a lot of twists, but there's also a lot of questions, and it takes its time answering those questions. So if you're patient, the payoff is absolutely worth it, because by the final episode, they'll have everything answered. I don't know how they did it, but they do a great job at answering everything. Great show. But it was season 2 that earned its spot on my recommendation list. It focuses on the character of Annie, which was played by Kathy Bates in the movie Misery. Great acting, great story, lots of crazy twists as well. Season 2 is scary. There's a lot of scary and horrific moments on that show. I don't want to say what, but there's one moment, you'll know when you see it, that will make you yell out WTF. You'll know when you see it, and I'm not going to tell you which episode or anything like that. Castle Rock. Check it out if you're a Stephen King fan, if you're a horror fan, or just a fan of good shows. Watch it. Watch Castle Rock. You won't be disappointed. And the final show that I recommend on Hulu, I am absolutely certain many of you already seen it, The Handmaid's Tale. The Handmaid's Tale is worth the price of admission for Hulu alone. Elizabeth Moss, incredible actress. It's a story about the future society and how they treat women and how they control women, and man, it's pretty horrific stuff, you guys. You have to watch this show for sure. Moving on to Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime, there's a few more shows on there that I absolutely recommend. For Amazon Prime, I do recommend Hannah. I recommend Undone. That one, very unique. It's a cool story. This show it's created in like a cel shade, like cartoonish look. It's the first show of its kind that I've ever seen. It's hard to explain, but if you watch the trailer or even the first episode of this show, you're gonna be impressed by how they did it. You'll see the actual faces of the actors. You know, they're performing and everything, but you just see them as cartoons. To briefly talk about the synopsis from the show, I'm gonna read this one right here. After 28-year-old Alma nearly dies in a car accident, she finds that she has a new relationship with time. She develops this newfound relationship to find out the truth about her father's death. Dun dun dun. Another great show called Homecoming stars Julia Roberts, and this show it's an anthology, so each season is completely new story, cast, and all of that. Season 2 is coming. I'm really excited for that one. But the first season, it's a very intense thriller, and it's written and created by the same guy that created Mr. Robot. And you see a lot of his DNA onto this show. The way he shoots his scenes and how he holds some of the mysteries close to the chest until for the big reveal. Yes, there's a lot of twists and surprises for this show. It's a genius of a show. And to briefly talk about the synopsis for that show, Julia Roberts plays a caseworker at Homecoming. That's what it's called. It's a facility that helps soldiers transition back to civilian life. She leaves Homecoming to start a new life, living with her mother and working as a small town waitress. Years later, the Department of Defense questions why she left, which makes Heidi realizes that there's a whole other story behind the one that she's been telling herself. Check it out, you guys. Homecoming. And if you want to get your action fix, check out Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. And it stars John Krasinski, and he does a great job at playing Jack Ryan. Good show. Check it out. Few more. There's another show called Electric Dreams. Electric Dreams is Amazon's way of competing with Black Mirror, which is on Netflix. Each episode, completely new story, cast, all of that. And it's really good. I liked it. I liked the cast. There's some episodes that were hit and miss, but there's some episodes that really stood out. If you're a big fan of Black Mirror, and if you want to see more of these type of episodes, check out Electric Dreams. And on Amazon Prime, there's another show called Fleabag. There's only 2 seasons, and that's it. There's no more. They don't want to do anymore. It wasn't canceled or anything. It's just a show that has a beginning and an end, and they just finished it all in 2 seasons. It is a British comedy, and I absolutely love the British humor. If you're a fan of British humor, you're gonna love this show. If you're not, or if you're not sure, check out the show. Watch the first couple of episodes, see if it is for you or not. If it's not, it's okay. At least you could say you tried it. Not to say much about the story, but one of my most favorite things that she does in the show is breaking the fourth wall. You know, when she's talking to a character and then looks at the camera, so she literally will look at you. She does that quite a bit, and they have a lot of fun with it. That's all I'll say though. Another show from Amazon Prime that absolutely surprised everyone last summer. The Boys. I'm pretty certain you've heard of The Boys, but if you haven't, stop what you're doing right now, go watch it. Hilarious. It's a dark comedy. If you want to see a whole new side of superheroes, check it out. You're going to see the dark side, the funny side, the perverted side, the sick side, the twisted side. All these sides of these heroes that you don't normally see in a DC or a Marvel movie. It's a really fun type of show. So if you're needing a break from all the drama, you know, the thriller, the horror and all that, check out The Boys. You will not be disappointed. And last but not least, my most favorite show on Amazon Prime, The Marvelous Miss Maisel. I had no idea I would love this show as much as I did. The performances is what steals this show. You're gonna see a lot of scenes where it's 2 characters or multiple characters talking back and forth for minutes on end in one shot take. I cannot say that enough. The performances are incredible. The story, it's a lot of fun. It's really witty. It's really smart, very clever. And there's currently 3 seasons. Each one is just as good, if not better. And to briefly read the synopsis for this one, it takes place in the late 1950s. And Maisel has everything that she has ever wanted. The perfect husband, 2 kids, and an elegant apartment on New York's Upper West Side. Her life takes a surprisingly turn when she discovers a hidden talent she didn't previously know she had. Stand-up comedy. This revelation changes her life forever as she begins a journey that takes her from comfortable life on the Upper West Side to the cafes and nightclubs, and she makes her way to the city's comedy industry on a path that could ultimately lead her to a spot on the Tonight Show couch. It's a show that you don't want to miss. And those are all my recommendations. I know I'm probably left out so many shows, so if you've seen any shows that you absolutely would recommend for us to check out, comment below. And if you have seen any of the shows that I did recommend, again, comment below, let me know what you think. And if there's any shows I listed that, caught your attention, check it out and let me know what you think as well. I hope some of these recommendations will help you keep you distracted and reduce any of the boredoms that you might be going through right now. And again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to check out my channel, watching this video, for all your love and support. And I hope you all have a great rest of the day. You take care. Bye.